Hey cuties, what's up? We're back with some more reactions after dark, and we're of course going to be watching I Got Arrested Because of Legos, obviously by Reckless Ben. Now obviously this is part 2 of the Lego fiasco that is going on with Reckless Ben. Though I don't know what the time is here, so this is 2026 we have on what I assume to be body cam footage. Just fixing that. So we have already gone up to current year, right? So again, in the last video I was talking about how the times were all jumbled up because their own timestamps on their footage was like, oh, here's something from 2019 that was supposed to happen like a month ago, but then they jump forward and all of a sudden it's 2022, or I think there's like one video that was 2024. So now it seems like all of a sudden now we are in 2026. This is March 11th, right? Which wasn't too long ago, right? It's 11, no, not 11, what was I going to say 11? 3 months ago. So I don't know how crazy this is going to get. Like he said, he gets arrested, but he has other videos up, which clearly makes it seem like he is obviously not arrested right now. Question mark. I don't know if he's in legal trouble. He said he's in legal trouble, but it was for a state that has nothing to do with where he lives or where the Lego thing was happening. So I don't know what's going on there. I guess we just get straight into it. We have no tea today. Yeah, but there's no QT today, right? We're just going to go straight into this because this is so interesting. The internet is just talking nonstop about this, right? I did watch the video of off camera because it was nothing, right? Bricks and Minifigs responding to the video, the first video that Ben made, and it was essentially saying, don't listen to Ben. Anything anyone posts online is just lies. Essentially, we have the information. Like none of that is true. Blah blah blah. I don't know, something like that, right? They're just like trying to save face, saying, make it seem like they didn't do anything wrong, and Ben is just a liar, right? Or is arguing in bad faith, or what have you, right? Stuff like that, right? Standard corporate nonsense where they try to make it seem like they're not the bad guys. Though also, a video did just go up today, I think, of the CEO, of Patron, saying that Bricks and Minifigs sent, it was a cease and desist, or just like them trying to shut down Ben's Patron accounts. And the CEO actually made a video responding saying, hey, unfortunately, we're going to say, Bricks and Minifigs, you can go screw yourself, right? We're not going to do that. Which is crazy, because I feel like a lot of people actually hate Patron. So I'm not going to sit here and like, oh, good for Patron, because Patron, I think people do have issues with things, right? With Patron, not what it's being put on there, but possibly the stuff that they forcibly remove usually. And I think it's the whole like credit card thing, right? Credit card companies recently over the last few years have been trying to police what you're allowed to buy with your money, right? So I think Patron is on board with that. I think maybe they are, not sure. And I think that's why people are upset with Patron. So I'm like, Patrons usually is having people be mad at them, so I guess they can get a W sometimes, which you could argue this is a W, assuming that Ben is in the right here and he isn't just making all this stuff up, right? So anyways, let's get into it finally.
This is the story of how I got swatted, all because of Legos. The whole thing started with me investigating a Lego company called Bricks and Minifigs. The company sent 2 guys to steal the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection worth around $200,000. And for some reason, the police are helping them get away with it. The family reached out to me saying that I'm their last hope to
And this is just a recap, right?
get them their life savings back. The video I made exposing them was actually insane. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But
I mean, it's like 3 million views, right? I don't know if it's going to be down here. This one has 3 million views as well, so congratulations on your at least $3,000 that you made off of both videos. Well, in combined, it would be like 6,000. So congratulations. Hopefully that helps you with any of this lawsuits or whatever is going to go on. Jail time, I don't know. Bail.
And we actually won. When I went back to the store to collect my money, they literally shut down the entire store just to avoid paying us. Dang it! So I personally gave them an official closing ceremony, and it went. Again,
like, unnecessary to like be getting naked in this video. Like, please don't do that again in this video. Question mark. Completely unnecessary. Like, the only reason he's doing that is to be like, hey, look how much I work out to look like this. Like, we get it. Please stop getting naked.
Went extremely viral, and now the entire world has seen how corrupt this Bricks and Minifigs company is.
We didn't get the Legos back, but I mean, we shut down an entire business. Like,
We still gotta get the Legos back. Yeah, I made a promise to this family that I was not gonna stop on my journey until we get them their entire Lego collection back.
Not to kill the vibe, but I was thinking this before I end up forgetting it again. This guy, and sometimes the way he acts and like how he talks to people, because I was saying in the last video, it's kind of like an issue with him when he's trying to do these things, is the way he talks doesn't really help in these situations where maybe he could have got to like a good resolution. Just the way he speaks is just like not necessarily hostile or combative. It's just off, right? And he is basically just, can I just call him like Napoleon Dynamite? Can we just call him that? Like, not derogatory, just this is Napoleon Dynamite? Question mark.
Right now, the two owners, Joshua
Again,
Johnson and Brandon Best,
stop.
probably think that they're safe by closing down the store. But the reality is, I can literally just do them all over again, but personally this time. So I started to file my lawsuit.
Again, like, he's doing that on purpose. Like, stop it with that.
But right after I filed this court case, it got rejected. And the reason was I failed to demonstrate a good faith effort to resolve the dispute prior to filing. Basically, before this court case can get approved, I have to at least attempt to settle with Josh outside of court first. I tried calling Josh, but I'm blocked.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. So my only option left is to travel to his house to have this conversation in person.
That is a dumb thing to do, because that probably is going to be... Also, how do you know where he lives? Question mark. That's... Okay, we're already opening up with him being... I mean, Reckless Ben is his name. Like, being kind of crazy, right? I was going to say, like, what do you even do if the person refuses to try and have any sort of talk about whatever's going on, right? I was going to say, like, how many people are here? We have Josh. We have Brandon, question mark. I don't know if Josh and Brandon are the other guys. I think we have the CEO, Mr. Mustache, we'll call him, Twirly Mustache. And then we have Josh and Brandon. And those are the co-owners of the building that all this took place in, after taking it off of the previous woman who was the owner. And then, of course, Manda was the manager of that building, that store, though, of course, it's closed. I assume it's still closed. Who knows if it's open again.
Basically, if Josh wants to save the day, I got him a trophy that says, Joshua Johnson saved the day.
And, like, going to this guy's house, you're doxing him. You're going to get in big trouble. If this is how he got arrested, it would make sense.
And we'll give him this trophy, but he has to give the Legos back first.
So
who is this kid with you? We already like tried to figure out that this guy actually is like 30, but who's like the literal child who's driving?
Johnson saved the day.
Who is that 5-year-old in the seat over there?
Trophy, but he has to give the Legos back first.
So we started driving to Josh's house to have this good faith conversation the court requires us to have.
We're in Josh's neighborhood. Oh my gosh.
But when we showed up, Josh was already outside talking on the phone to someone.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Josh is outside on the phone.
It's crazy.
Wait, do I interrupt his phone call or do we just like wait?
Interrupt this phone call?
No, probably not. I thought it would be pretty rude to interrupt his phone call, so we parked around the corner and decided to wait for him to get off this call.
That feels kind of like weird, right? Just to be there with the camera, just looking at a guy.
I like how we just have this conversation outside.
Right. He doesn't want to get his wife involved. He's hiding something.
Everything's good, honey.
What the heck?
I'm pretty sure Josh is on the phone with corporate Bricks and Minifigs. And the reason I think that is we were actually just there right before this.
Okay, pulling up to Bricks and Minifigs headquarters.
The plan was to give them one more chance to do the right thing before suing
Wait, spy camera on a watch?
them again. While we were there, one of the corporate employees answered the door and told us he would get the CEO to come talk to us.
What happened to this guy? His arm's broken. Also, what... Here comes the security. Like, you have security that's like decked out like this. Why is your security guards like ready to go like SWAT? Like, what the heck? What kind of angles are you gonna be getting with a freaking spy watch? Right? It's just gonna be like crotch level, unless I guess you cross your arms or something in a specific way so that the watches look like looking forward.
Well, no, they said they're getting some guy to talk to us. We're just waiting.
I can't tell you right now, no one's coming out to talk to you guys.
Really? But they told us that they were.
I know.
Since Josh only lives like 15 minutes away, they must have informed him that we're in the area, because a few minutes later, this happened.
The police just showed up. What the heck? Why are the police at his house?
Oh, there's another one, dude. 2 cop cars.
3 cop cars?
Oh my god. Cop cars.
Why is there 3 cop cars at his house? We didn't even walk up to his house yet. The cops are following us. What the heck? That's so crazy, dude. Obey every traffic law. Oh, shoot.
My name's Officer Fairport Police. The reason I stopped you is to stop somebody.
I didn't? I thought I stopped.
Yeah, you definitely stopped. You said you ran a stop sign? You said you ran a stop sign?
I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I was like.
Because we definitely stopped at the stop sign.
stopped.
Yeah.
I was so sure that we stopped at the stop sign that I actually requested all the police footage of this. And as you can see, we didn't even do a rolling stop. We fully stopped at the stop sign. So this is an illegal traffic stop.
So who's Ben?
Me?
Ben? How's Utah?
It's good.
You like it?
Okay, it's pretty obvious that the police know why we're here. So I just explained to them the entire situation. This old man spent his entire life collecting the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection set. The only problem is it's a crazy story, and the police officer did not believe me.
$200,000.
$200,000. It sounds crazy.
Yeah, when the officer went back to his car, this is the message that he radioed in.
Hey, can you get the contact for Reckless Ben? He said he didn't have his ID, but he's just straight lying to me about everything else, so.
Since the cops don't believe my story, they trespassed me from the property.
Everybody today is being trespassed from that property.
Okay.
Yeah, we were forced to go home without having this good faith conversation the court requires us to have.
Yeah, what do we do?
I was like just zoned out for a second, just like watching what was going on. Can they get in trouble, the police, for stopping them for a reason that isn't the reason that they said it was? Question mark? Because they have the footage of the cops saying they stopped them because they didn't stop at the stop sign, but clearly they did, right? So is there any sort of accountability for that, for lying as to why you stopped someone, or no? Yeah, there's a bunch of different like recourses you can go over depending on like what ended up happening. It seems like, did you get a ticket or something? Then there's a specific thing you can do. Did you not get any sort of punishment? I don't know what you would want to call it. Did they not do anything to you? Then there's a different kind of thing you can do, like file a complaint or something like that. So there are things you can do when being stopped and being lied to about why they stopped you.
What do we do now, dude? Like, we didn't even get to talk to him, and we're in trespass. So, dude.
The one thing I didn't understand was how the heck did they know we were coming? I was hiding in the back seat the entire time, and the car's windows are extremely tinted.
These windows are so tinted, you can't see anything.
But as I was outside inspecting our car tint, the same police showed up to our house.
Oh, no, we're getting pulled over again?
It was weird. He wouldn't tell us why he was here.
Like I said, we've already talked about it.
Yeah, well, thanks for being so cool about everything.
Yeah.
They're like after us, dude.
Anyways, since Josh clearly doesn't want to have this good faith conversation with me,
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like weird, right? Just for the police to just show up at your place after already talking to you. Like, what do you want? I mean, it didn't look like he was going to do anything. He just showed up to like talk for another second, and I'm assuming he left. Right? Question mark. But I mean, these guys do all seem like they're crazy, I guess, from like a police, I don't know, police lens, we'll call it. You know, they're just going around, going to places, trying to have these talks with these businesses. They don't want to have it, so they keep getting kicked out, keep getting trespassed. Again, going to someone's house is crazy. I don't know how they didn't get in more trouble than that, right? Because it seems a bit much. I don't know. Like, am I crazy to think that them going to this man's house was a bit too far? Question mark. Because again, we are on the fact that these guys are evil. Not Ben. The Lego people. The Bricks and Minifix, I should say, not Lego. Bricks and Minifix people are evil, but Ben is being Reckless, which I know is his name, is the name of his channel, but he is doing some sketchy stuff from time to time.
I took his trophy and destroyed it.
Wait, guys, let's throw it off that thing.
Also, where are you? You're trespassing in a abandoned property. You're not allowed to be here, I'm pretty sure. Again, more recklessness. And someone could have got hurt, could have got tetanus, right? In this place, look how dirty and busted up this place is. Like climbing all this metal that's probably been like rusting forever. Could have fallen into your death. Again, you could have got tetanus. Again, you could get in trouble for trespassing in an abandoned property. I don't know.
Just like in the previous video, I tried to give Josh the benefit of the doubt, the easy way. But again, Josh does not want to do the easy way. The only option left is to go the hard way. But before going the hard way, I actually remembered that there's another owner of the store named Brandon Best. Brandon is the guy in the security camera footage that...
Yeah, wearing a reverse baseball cap, which is who in the year... I guess I don't know when this could have been. This could have been like 2019, so I don't know. Who in the year 2019 plus is wearing a backwards baseball cap? Question mark.
illegally kicked the first owner out of the store so he could...
Who clearly is like, I don't know. Is he older than me? Like late 30s, early 40s? Could this guy even be 50? I don't know.
Steal all their Legos. I tried calling him, but I am also blocked.
I'm sorry.
The only option left is to show up to his house.
Stop going to people's houses. Also, why is this man so rich? Is this man richer than the last guy? I didn't quite see pay attention too much of Josh's house, but Brandon's house is way bigger, I think, than Josh's house. Like, Jesus Christ. Where do you get all that money from? Huh? Stealing? You laundering money? How many old people you stole from?
Hello. Hey, how's it going? Hello? Hey, well, I was wondering if you'd be down to pay us for the lawsuit that we won.
See, you're way too close to this man. This is 2022, by the way. See, again, the timestamps are weird. Also, I don't like... this guy's too close, right? I don't like his face. So him being this close to my perspective, I'm like one of us is going to have to back up because I do not like it, right? I don't know how he is just doing this, right? Again, you can't just go to people's houses, especially... Where are we, right? I don't know where this is. Utah? Question mark, maybe? I don't know why we had Utah. Please, I'm guessing these people don't live in Oregon that were running the business, right? So we're all over the place, right? I think he lives in... Does he live in California? Ben might live in California. These guys live in Utah. The minifigs store was in Oregon, question mark. Right. And a guy standing this close to you, not saying anything as you're talking to him, like, he's going to start a fight. Like, I know Ben keeps taking his clothes off, trying to make it seem how, like, ripped he is, but he's just, like, skinny, muscular, right? So I don't know if he just got attacked by this man, if he could actually win, right? So... And he's also on this man's property, which if this was Texas, maybe, you might just get blown away, right? You might get just filled full of holes, right? You're going to be turned into Swiss cheese. So I would be worried about that. I don't know what the laws are in Utah, if you're allowed to, Swiss cheese anyone who comes to your property, trespasses on your property. So, again... We're trying to root for the underdog here, but the underdog's got to get himself taken out, question mark. His hands are in his pockets, though. I would be worried, like, what's in your pockets?
It kind of seems like Brendan doesn't want to have this good faith conversation to resolve this problem outside of court, and I gave him plenty of time to speak.
I guess if you don't want to talk, I'll just talk. So you guys told us to take you to court. We went to court and we won. We know you closed down the store to avoid paying us, so we could just sue you guys personally and do the whole thing again. We would obviously win again, but
then the police showed up and...
What's he calling him the whole time?
Again, for some reason, they are really trying to protect these criminals.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody
No,
else.
he stole $200,000
How
worth
do you
of...
know this?
because I've been spending the last 3 months in the case, and I won in court.
He inherited the store. He's being blamed for everything that the previous owner did, and he's trying.
Well, that's a lie. So we.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm surprised that they're actually trying to talk about this like case. Like before, they weren't even like entertaining what was going on. There's like, hey, no, actually, he didn't steal it. Blah 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 blah. But right, how is ignoring all that? How is that fair that the previous owner? Okay, we're gonna say that she did something bad. They keep trying to pass it on. That was what was said in the video where they minifigs, right? Bricks and minifigs. So B and M, we're calling them BAM, right? BAM said that it wasn't their fault, it was the previous owner. So they're trying to pass on blame continuously. Right? That's the whole thing. They're trying to pass it on to the woman who owned the place before, saying she did something that was illegal. Not really illegal. Something they're not allowed to do, right? And it's like, okay, well, if she did something she wasn't allowed to do, why do you just to keep the merchandise that was given to her wrongfully just because you inherited her store? If she wasn't supposed to do that, thus this stuff doesn't really belong to her, this still belongs to the owner of the stuff, then why do you still get to keep it? Just give the stuff back. So you can still circle around back to that, even if you, they refer to it as like whataboutism, and like pass blame to the previous one. You still have the inventory, not that woman. You took it from her, and you just get to keep it for free because you took the store from her. Is that just how law works? You just get the stuff for free if you take it from someone?
He's still trying to clean up the mess from the previous owner, and now he's catching blame for it, and he's just trying to clean up the mess from the previous owner.
No, him saying that it's the previous owner, that's a lie, and we already proved this in court.
If you come back and step foot on this property...
Yeah. We already heard that 1,000 times. Trespassing.
Trespass notice, which I took a picture of it and sent it to the court as proof I tried to have this good faith conversation, but Brandon didn't want to have it with me. And turns out this was good enough. My court case with Brandon Best got accepted. But my court case with Josh is still going to be rejected until I find a way to have this good faith conversation with him.
Yeah, but you were a trespass, isn't it? On his place too.
So I decided...
Hold on, is that...
Josh is still going to be rejected until I find...
Is the hand sanitizer outside? Question mark? You know, right? I don't know if this is like we're looking to a window. I don't think so. There's just hand sanitizer sitting out in the hot sun, just boiling outside for whatever reason. I'm assuming that's outside. I just caught that. I mean, it looks like hand sanitizer, no? Like a hand sanitizer bottle?
Find a way to have this good faith conversation with him. So I decided to see if I could find Josh online, to see if I could look up any more information about him.
Hey guys.
Yeah, they all look the same. No.
Joshua Johnson.
Yeah, Joshua Johnson.
They lower their tax liabilities and minimize their exposure to lawsuits. That's hella ironic. Are you kidding me, dude?
Again, this is weird. Like, all of their tactics is weird, and dare I use the word, which I try not to use, but dare I use the word autistic levels of dedication? Question mark. Right? Because it's also almost obsessive at this point. They're getting kind of stalkery. Like, we're in levels of stalkerism now, right? And I wasn't using that derogatorily, by the way. But like, they're almost stalkery now, which again doesn't make them look good. They keep hanging around in this gray area / kind of like you're going a bit too far. I know they were trying to do anything to get these Legos back, right? Because they screwed someone over, and it was like, nothing's working, right? So they just have to go vigilante. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, you're kind of asking to be arrested, which I mean, apparently is going to happen.
That's what he's known for, is reducing people's exposure to lawsuits.
After some more research, we found out that both Josh and Brandon are super hardcore Mormon, which was actually extremely surprising to me, because if Josh and Brandon are truly Mormons, they believe that stealing is wrong, and if they steal, they're going to go to hell. Or I guess in Mormonism they call it the outer darkness, but still.
The outer darkness? I've never heard of that before. Not to say that sounds cool, but that sounds kind of cool. The outer darkness. Question mark. The shadow realm.
Brandon and Josh probably actually believe that this is going to be eternity for them. I mean, Josh even swore to me on his Mormon God in the last
Wait, he did say, I swear to God. So that's kind of like, oof.
video that he would give us the Legos back.
I promise you, I swear to God. I promise you on everything.
But maybe I can use this to my advantage. My problem right now seems to be that Josh is never going to listen to anything I ever tell him. But if someone from his church heard this audio, maybe he would listen to them. So after finding exactly
Ben, what are you doing?
what church these guys go to, we went to it and showed one of the Mormons there this audio clip. In the
Yeah, it could be pretty creepy. Of course, they try to get the young guy to try to what's the word? I was gonna say it's like not bond, but like identify with. So they just picked the young one, the young looking one.
Talk with Josh to save him from going to this outer darkness. Okay.
You know, appear someone of the same age.
Good luck. And I guess me and Tyler are staying back because we're already trespassed. So
Yeah, we ended up just driving home, but on our way back, this happened.
What? Pull over again?
Really? Is it against the law to have a third party to go talk to someone like this? I mean, they're just going to make some stuff up at this point, right? Why wouldn't they just be like, okay, we're tired of these guys causing trouble here. Let's just what you call it? No, let's just make something up, right? Plant some drugs or something. But yeah, I wonder if the Mormon boy just went straight to the cops instead of who are we going for? Josh? Instead of just going to Josh, right? I'm wondering if they went to them instead. Well, I guess it could have just been like he went to Josh, he talked about it, and then was like, I don't care, I'm calling the cops, right? To go hunt these guys down. Again, like the guy's name is Reckless Ben, so I can only like argue so much about the fact of him being reckless like this.
For what?
But it is really cringe sometimes, and it's like it's only a matter of time until something happens, right? And I just don't mean like being arrested until someone's like, hey, we're not having this. Like, I can only imagine what he was doing in the cult videos that he was making, right? I keep having the cut, so I don't remember what I was talking about, because I had to go do some things a couple times there. It was just like oh my god, I have to go again. Hold on. We're back for real this time. But yeah, just talking about whether or not they, went to the police or went to Josh, the Mormon boy. Again, like, they're gonna get some drugs planted on their vehicle, or like have the cops trying to do something, right? The cops will try to instigate a fight or something, or even be like, the classic of, stop resisting or something. Though they would already be being arrested at that point, so that doesn't really, like, I don't know how they would try to go about arresting them for no reason, right? Like, how do you do that?
How's it going?
How's it going? I'm Officer Hawkins, American Police Department. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
What are you looking back there? Don't be looking back there. I was gonna say, like, is it inciting something? Like, is what they did inciting? I don't know. I'm just like trying to think of any like reason why they would be like, hey, call the cops on these guys or whatever.
Well, what's your name? Are you Ben?
Hanging out down here.
At this point, we realized what's going on. Yesterday, I told Brandon that our plan is to now sue them personally.
we could just sue you guys personally and do the whole thing again. We would obviously win again.
It seems like they're getting so desperate that they're going to resort back to the same strategy they used in the last video.
You know what's really funny is after you left, I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested? How do we
Dang.
get them arrested?
They keep playing this part like a few times now, right? Oh, is that brick on their neck? Is that just something you get from BAM? Because I noticed in the last video that one of the friends was wearing a yellow one, right? And she's wearing a blue one. Unless that isn't from BAM, and they gave her that brick necklace during this cult thing. Also, this is 2022. What is the timeline? I am literally losing it on this stupid timeline. This camera says this was 2022, 06, 01, right? Which is actually not that not that long before what he was just doing right now, going to these people's houses. So what is the timeline? I'm being driven crazy about these stupid timestamps in the corner. They don't make any sense half the time. The timeline is just rotten. This is a rotten, rancid timeline that Ben has, which kind of makes all this stuff seem like it's not real because the timeline doesn't add up of when these events are happening. This should have been an event that happened in 2019.
Yeah, Josh and Brandon think that if they can somehow get us arrested and thrown in jail, then we won't be able to sue them. I don't know what they told the police we did this time, but they caught us too late. The Mormon kid was already on his way to Josh's house to save...
Oh, so unless I'm pausing too soon, are we saying this isn't because of the kid? They just got the cops called on them for no reason before the kid even showed up?
From this outer darkness and bring him back to God.
How's it going, sir? I'm gonna sit on down here for me first. What brings you here?
I'm just here trying to talk to Brother Johnson.
Okay.
I'm in the outer second ward. There's been an audio going around with the command group.
Okay. What's the audio that you wanted to play?
Here's the audio.
I'm not gonna screw you. You have my word. That's not who I am. I promise you. I swear to God. I promise you on everything.
Who's that?
So
I guess
that's him.
No, I know that. I could tell that from the voice, but
I was just gonna ask him, like, is he willing to give up everything like he said? Because he swore on everything. He swore on God. This might be a crazy ask, but could you take a selfie with me?
But anyways, back to us.
What's going on there? Hold on. I just got a phone call there. I cannot be just left alone for like 5 seconds. So the kid actually ended up going there, but how did he know? Like, did someone tattle that Ben was talking to this guy? Like, why would they do that? I'm assuming that he's going over here because he thinks this is like blasphemy. I'm assuming that's what he would assume. Like, this is blasphemy, and he's like worried about. He's potentially worried about Josh's soul ? Not going to whatever the heck they called it earlier. That they should have called it something worse. Because I feel like a lot of people will actually hear that name and like, oh, that sounds cool. Like, yeah, I don't want to go there, but you gave it a cool name, right? You shouldn't give bad things cool names, right? That's why you shouldn't give like serial killers cool names. You need to give them like something stupid or gross or silly so that people don't want to follow in their footsteps. Like another deterrent, ? If you will, right? So again, I'm wondering if that's just what this is, right? The way he worded it, right? He's like, hey, are you really willing to go to this, I don't know, void that it sounded like it is from what you just were saying? ? Are you really willing to sacrifice your soul like this for nothing?
Is he willing to give up everything like he said? Because he swore on everything. He swore on God. This might be a crazy ask, but could you take a selfie with me?
Is he taking a selfie with Ben or is he taking a selfie with a cop? I'm confused.
But anyways, back to us. The police apparently got a call that we had heroin on us.
this officer's gonna.
What did I say? They're gonna just plant drugs or something.
So he's gonna do that. I'm gonna put this way, and then we'll be right. Don't.
Excuse me? What did you say?
The police apparently got a call that we had heroin on us.
This officer's gonna conduct the search of your person because there are illegal substances in the vehicle.
You're caught with illegal substances in the vehicle. Saying you were caught, or
So he's gonna do that. I'm gonna put this way, and then we'll be right. Don't reach in your pocket. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Ready for this? The vehicle will be searched. Okay. I'm gonna have you stick by with my sergeant.
After 2 hours of searching the car, obviously they found no drugs.
So he didn't find.
I explained to the police that we didn't have drugs, and the reality of the situation is that Bricks and Minifigs is so desperate at this point that they're willing to do anything to get us arrested so they don't have to pay for the property they stole. And the police was arguing back with just some of the worst comebacks I've ever heard.
okay, let me hear it. Because at least he's like, hey, like, this is why this happened. It was not because we had drugs, it's because they're just trying to get us arrested.
Which is why I think the police actually redacted this audio in this clip.
Oh, it's actually redacted? They can do that? What? They can not release the footage? What if you need to know what is being said? Hello? They can just do that?
Because
I thought the whole point of like cameras is so that you can know what's being said and done. Why is it redacted? Guys, I'm just learning new stuff, I guess.
that they're willing to do anything to get us arrested so they don't have to pay for the property they stole. And the police was arguing back with just some of the worst comebacks I've ever heard, which is why I think the police actually redacted this audio in this clip, because if they kept the audio in, then the world would get to see how stupid the American Fork Police Department is. But anyways, even though we were passing every single drug test they gave us, they were still not going to let us go until we told them where the drugs were.
Your eyes, for example, right? There's a constriction, which is dilated, and then
Do you
not.
notice it?
So I haven't been looking at this. I'll show him. Go ahead, look at him.
Oh, look at you?
Yeah.
You do see it?
So.
It's crazy. I have no idea, because I've never done any drugs in my life. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I've never done any of that in my life. I'm willing to do any drug tests. Like, I'm very cooperative. I don't understand what you're seeing in my eyes.
I'm going to have a discussion with this officer.
And then the police department illegally redacted this conversation too. My guess is that they acknowledge that it's very obvious we don't have drugs on us, but they were going to try and pressure us into giving some type of false confession anyways.
Again, how can they do this? I don't know if this is, again, bad faith on Ben's part or what, right? Because I'm not a cop hater, right? I'm not, I don't know if I should even be saying that, right? Because I might get crucified for saying I'm not a cop hater, despite being someone who people would assume that I am. There's good people and there's evil people, right? So I'm just surprised that they are going like so hard on trying to get them arrested. Like I guess again, maybe there's just some of the bad ones, question mark, or they are trying to not waste their time and meet their quota. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's something my dad used to tell me all the time, so I take it at face value, but I don't know if it's actually real or not. And it's that, cops need to meet a quota for the month of arrests, which it sounds stupid, right? You should be happy that there isn't crime happening. So I don't know if cops will just try to arrest anyone just for any little thing, and then like if there's nothing wrong, they can just let them go, right? But they at least try to get you in the car and go downtown, at the very least, even if nothing comes out of it, right? So I don't know if that is what's happening here, right? Because they wasted so much time that like we can't waste all these hours on the clock without an arrest to show for it, right? Because we got to meet our arrest quota for the month. Again, I don't know if that's real or not. It's just something my dad used to tell me when I was young. So you got to be careful with them and whatnot, right? I did get you got to be careful with cops talk, because I don't want to have to say this, but I haven't said it in a long time, I am half black, so you would make assumptions about, again, my dad's black, you would make assumptions about black people, again, hating cops, which is why I said, I don't necessarily hate all cops. I am weary of them, but I don't hate them because they've never done anything to me. Technically, they haven't done anything to my dad, so there's none of that animosity there that some people have. Not just because like neither of us have ever been doing anything bad. I've been pulled over by the cops. Have I been pulled over in the car? I don't think I've been pulled over in my car when I had it. I have been stopped on foot several times and nothing came of it. They just showed up as like, was it 3 times? Yeah, one at my friend's house, one when I was walking down the street, and then one when I was walking down the river walk. And it's all just like, it's no big deal, right? I had my car at my friend's house. He was like debating on whether he wanted to break up or not. And so, break up with his girlfriend. And I was just like sitting there waiting for him to make his decision. So like he could leave with his stuff. I don't know. Which he didn't. But since we were sitting in the car, I kept turning off. from us not doing anything, and then the alarm would go off when we'd move around too much as we were like talking. So the alarm kept going off. So I think the neighbors nearby, like literally the house over, literally got in their car, like looked spooked coming out of their house. Like she looked spooked coming out of her house, got in her car, ran off. And then someone said that the cops were called on us. Like when the cops got there, they said someone called the cops saying someone was breaking into a house, stealing a car, or something like that. Which is weird, since if these are like neighbors, they should know that this car doesn't belong to these people. But yeah, called the cops. And again, nothing came of it. So like, yeah, just I'm like, this is my car. This is my friend's house. They went inside. Like, and she's like, the people inside. Well, again, the people inside. Like, yeah, no, nothing's going on. This is just like he lives here, and then that's his friends. Yada yada yada. Right. The cop did almost let it slip that he was saying like, yeah, we had got a call saying like he was trying to say like 2 black people were like breaking and stealing. Like, the cop who said that was black though. Though my friend was Mexican, and again, I'm half black, so I'm not super dark. Or like I might have been like a decently caramel back then. I haven't seen the sun in a long time, so like that's one of the things I hate, that I'm not like this pretty caramel color that I used to be in my youth. ? But I say pretty caramel color because I got compliments from girls back then. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not saying it about myself technically. I'm saying it in a way like girls used to compliment my skin tone back then. If you want to think that's weird, that's fine. It's just something that happened. So it did sound like he was. He almost let it slip. Like, yeah, we got a call on 2 black people, right? Even though again, I'm half, but still technically counts. And then, but my friend was Mexican. He wasn't black, so it was like, okay, sure. Again, nothing came of that. The other time was, I know we're going on a long tangent, but that's just my reactions. This is something that will just happen sometimes if you're a first-time viewer. Well, it should be second time because this is part 2 of the Lego video. The other time, I was walking down the street coming from a bar, which the bar, I was only there because it was like my girlfriend at the time's birthday party, ? Not my girlfriend's mom's birthday party. So I was just there with them and missed the bus, so I had to walk home. Many miles, had to walk home at night. And so the cops just rolled by. They saw me walking down the street. They're like, oh, I heard about something else. Maybe some crazy person outside. I don't know. So they pulled me over, looked at my ID, and I was like, oh yeah, you're just a dude. Right, we'll let you go. Like, took like 5 seconds, and they were gone. And the other time was just on the river. This clearly tourist family was trying to take pictures on the river walk, so I was trying to move out of the way. So I was like behind a bush, and then came back out, and the river police, like the boat police, like they're literally on a boat going down the river. They're like, hey, what are you doing over there? I was like, hey, they were just trying to take a picture. I was just trying to get out of the way. Right. And that was kind of weird. Like, they were kind of aggressive. They didn't get off the boat. I was on land, right? But again, nothing came of that. I think that's all the times I've been accosted is a strong word, right? Because nothing happened. Accosted by the cops, so that's my run-ins with the cops, right? 'Cause I wasn't some sort of hoodlum or anything, right? I was just a normal dude.
I'm not sure if you're lying to me or not, to be honest.
I'm willing to take any drug test you want.
I'm walking a very dangerous line, which can get you into a lot.
Yeah.
You could end up in jail in Utah when you're from Cali.
Okay.
Not worth it, right?
Yeah.
We play differently here.
We play differently here? What is that supposed to mean? How is it different from California?
That makes sense?
Yeah. I'm willing to cooperate with you guys and do anything you want me to.
Yeah, they're literally saying, hey, I'm on your side. I'm going to do whatever you want. They're like, this is how it's going to be, guys. You're walking a dangerous line. We're going to, like, fill you full of lead if you keep playing around. Like, they didn't even do anything.
We play differently here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm willing to cooperate with you guys and do anything you want me to because I'm not hiding anything. I can promise you that. I promise.
We weren't giving the police a false confession like they wanted, so eventually I guess they just got tired and let us go.
Well, we'll let you guys go now, but you're walking a thin line. Just be mindful of that. Does that make sense? Okay.
At this point, I've documented everything I've been through to the court, that I've tried to have this good faith conversation with Josh. He just doesn't want to have it with me. And because of everything I went through, my court case finally got approved. And attached to this email are court papers to serve Josh. The only problem is Josh is not going to open this door for anyone. He wouldn't even talk to another Mormon. Instead, he just called the police on him. In order to get Josh to come outside, I'm really going to have to get creative.
It doesn't make any sense, though. Why do you have to get creative? If he's going to get served papers, isn't that the laws? Like, the law's responsibility to be like, hey, here's a letter in the mail, you're being sued, ? No? Isn't it their job?
So I made this poster that says, I stole a dying man's life savings, and printed it out. Now I'm placing this poster in a public space right across the street from Josh's house. Yeah, it turns out this tiny patch of land is actually free for any person of the public to use. And since we have the freedom of speech, I am breaking no laws by doing this. So when Josh walks outside to take down this sign, I have a process server to serve him his court papers. But almost immediately, my son...
Is this? Oh my god, why are the police here? Well, are they going to count this as vandalism? Even he just said it's legal to do what he did. Like, are the police allowed to take this down? ? Is it not, again, against his First Amendment or whatever, freedom of speech? Though, isn't the thing that people get wrong about freedom of speech is that you have the freedom of speech, not the freedom of consequence, right? If you do something, you're allowed to say whatever you want. That doesn't mean you're not going to get punished for what you said, ? Right? I.e. yelling fire in a enclosed place like a theater or something, right? You will be punished for that if there isn't actually a fire. I mean, that's the go-to example, but I'm assuming something like this, is there a loophole to get arrested for it, even though it falls under freedom of speech? ?
Sign got blocked.
Oh no, he's blocking our sign.
What are you guys doing here?
So we are in a court case with them, and we have to serve them legal papers.
So I explained to the cops the entire situation.
I'm not going on his property.
Right, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The police realized that we're not breaking any laws, and they've been called here for a false reason, so they decided to leave.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay. Just letting it happen.
Josh, these court papers.
Like, and who is this woman? Is she actually like a court-mandated service? Does she actually work for the court? Like, why doesn't she just go up to the door and give it to him? I'm confused on why he's the one who has to do this. Is that how it works? Okay, I looked it up, kind of. I don't know if I was looking at the right thing. Does it fall to you to actually do this, right? He has to hire someone to give the papers. He can't do it personally, but he has to hire someone to give the papers. Like, why wouldn't the court system itself send it to the person in mail or assign someone to do it and then go to the house? Like, why does I don't know which word is he use, right? The offense, right? Because he's the other person's the defendant, right? Josh is the defendant. So Ben has to hire someone to give the papers to him. ? I'm guessing that's just how it works, which is weird because it's not something I've had to know.
And then we got the police calling us again.
Hello.
What again? How? You just talked to them. You're just sitting there.
This man stole basically his family's life savings, so we're just here to serve him his court papers.
Again, I explained to this police officer the entire situation.
I wish we could just send him an email or a phone call, but yeah, the court requires us to come in person for some reason, so...
Again, the cops realized that we were doing nothing illegal and decided to leave. Now it's time to serve Josh his court papers. But we got the police called on us again.
Hello.
How are they just showing up 3 times? I don't understand. What do you mean? Is it 3 different, police? I think the first guy was different. The second group was different. So the completely different guy again. Like, hello? What is going on in Utah? Utah? Hello? Utah police?
Yep. Can I see those papers?
Yeah.
This is what you're trying to serve him with?
Yes. That's required by the court.
Again, the police agree that we are not breaking the law. They've been called out here for a false reason. This guy told me that he could even just serve the papers for me.
You okay if I get these papers to him?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Okay, thank you.
Sadly, we can't see the police officer serve Josh because the police department redacted all of it. But the only thing that really matters is that Josh is getting served.
does not want the paper. So
He's not want the papers?
here's that back for you.
Okay. Yeah, the police told me that they can't serve the papers for me because I'm lying to them, and these aren't even real court papers.
Not sure what this is. I've never seen something like that. To be honest with you.
These are court papers.
Okay. It doesn't have a judge's name or anything like that on it?
Because it hasn't gotten to the judge yet. So this is serving him, and then we'll go to the court, and then the judge will be there. So the judge doesn't get involved until we're in court.
Why is he saying that you guys went on the property?
Because he wants us arrested, so he doesn't have to go to court.
It doesn't look good when you've been trespassed.
Yeah.
Trying to serve papers.
Well, I think it looks exactly how we're supposed to do it legally. This is the legal way to do it.
Well, we have 2 or 3 incidents.
Yeah, well, first, so they're incidents because he's lying to you guys. He's making them incidents. We came to do a good faith conversation, which is required by the courts before you can get a court case approved. So we did that. He called the cops on us. He lied to you guys saying that we had heroin on us. And we did a 3-hour search of the car yesterday. We found no heroin in the car. He's going to make up any lie he can to get us arrested. We are doing things the legal way, the correct way. The reason he's hiding in his house is because he's the criminal. If something doesn't look good, it doesn't look good for him, not for us.
Go through the legal process,
Which is
find
what
an
we're
actual
doing, yeah.
process server.
She is an actual process server.
And what is your guys' relationship?
I just met her today.
Well, maybe just have someone not affiliated with you.
That's her, yeah. We have no relationship. That's why she's here, yeah. That's why she's here. We have no relationship, and that is she is the exact person that you're describing.
Yeah, again, like, did he go to the court and find out? I'm guessing they're just assuming that she's just a random person because of how she's dressed, but...
Thought that the police were supposed to remain unbiased, and if they were going to take a side, they definitely shouldn't take the side of the criminal. But I guess I was wrong. However, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm literally just following the instructions of the court, so the police can't stop me.
Yeah, have a good race your day.
Okay, see ya.
Now that the police are finally leaving, it's time to game plan how to serve Josh. But then, you guessed it, we got the police called on us.
Again, they just keep sending more people. Now they get to send the biggest guy that they had this time around. Like, they haven't even moved, right, an inch, right, from this spot. Like, I don't know how they haven't just been haven't used, like, hey, you can't sit here at this specific spot any longer, right? You've been loitering here for too long, you gotta go.
Again.
Oh, sure. The paper? The serving paper?
Yeah.
Here you go. Well.
So you think it's a false case? What the heck?
Thank you for holding. How can I help you?
Trying to speak with someone to verify if a case is, just verify if the case is real.
Yeah, looks like a real small claims case in our court.
Okay, thank you for your help. That's all for today. Thank you.
I think this phone call was the breaking point for the police.
Oh, he's rubbing his chin.
The police couldn't handle the fact that I was right and they were wrong.
Oof.
Hello. Okay. Am I being arrested? Really?
I'm confused. Why is he being arrested when they literally just called and said, hey, these are real papers?
Ben got arrested. Like, they didn't say anything when they were putting him in handcuffs. They just said, you're being arrested.
I was confused on what I was being arrested for. I mean, the same police officers that arrested me gave me permission to do exactly what I was doing.
You can film from the sidewalk wherever it's public, right? But you can't go on that property. If you do, you'll be charged, okay?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I got arrested for just doing what the police told me to do. What's even more confusing is the police are supposed to be the good guys. Why are they arresting an innocent person to protect an evil criminal?
How much money does this guy have? I mean, he does, well, I don't know about Josh, but Brandon did have a nice house, so...
Well, back when I was still waiting in the car to serve Josh, I got a phone call, and this call was from Brian, the collector's son who got all their stuff stolen. And he has a theory of what might be going on here.
Yeah, the cops down there are definitely all in with the Mormon community and being...
Okay.
Bricks and minifigs is part of that and worth millions. I would not doubt that they have donated hefty sums to the Mormon church.
Okay, now we have religion involved with the Mormon stuff that's going on. What was like this recently? I forget what it was. There's something that was like this, but like for Christianity, I think. I don't know what it was specifically. Also, I don't know if that's like the right word. I'm using the right word there, but it's something similar, right? In one of these RAD videos, not recently, but somewhere in the RAD video, we had this kind of conspiracy, right? I don't think it was the, what was her name? Yeah, the biggest RAD stuff that I've done on the channel, right? With the woman who was accused of killing her boyfriend, who was a cop. And it's like the whole like cop and FBI cover up behind the whole thing, but like she ended up coming out on top. Like she didn't get, she wasn't found guilty. Like when it was like the other people who ended up doing it. I don't think it was that, right? Like this whole like group of like Christian conspiracy between them. I don't think it was that. It was something else, I think. I just can't remember what it was, but then somewhere in the R.A.D videos, there's something similar where like a lot of religious people were in cahoots with each other, so that's why the people were all against whoever the innocent person was. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. So this kind of makes sense if they're all together, right? No, they're all on the same side, and that's why they have to do something about an outsider coming in. Is that what they meant by when they were talking about Utah not being like, I don't remember how he said it. Like, this is not how we do things over here, or we do things differently here? Question mark. In Utah, rather than California? Question mark. Is that what he was meaning? What he meant? Oh my God, talk regularly, please. Is that what he meant by that? Is that they're all Mormons together and they have to stick together? So no matter if they break the law, they are the law, so they can just make up anything they want to do. Or do whatever they want.
Yeah, Brandon Best, Joshua Johnson, and Eamon, the CEO, are all super Mormon. Like the CEO even went to the Mormon University. And when I looked up,
yeah, I feel is this just that case though 2.0, because they're all in cahoots with each other, the cops and these business people. Why can't I remember what her name was? Karen Reed, the Karen Reed case. Is this just a Karen Reed case situation all over again, minus the murder? Question mark. I might even like think about putting that in the title. Like, is this Karen Reed 2.0?
up all the police officers who were treating me unfairly, they were all Mormon too.
And they take care of their own, man. They are like a huge clan that takes care of each other.
Why did you use the K that way? Hello?
They're all Mormon too.
And they take care of their own, man. They are like a huge...
Like, hello? Is that is not... Huh? Is that on purpose? It has to be on purpose unless it's like AI translated, because like, what do you mean you used a K to say clan like that? Hello? Am I crazy for thinking they're crazy for using a K in clan, which obviously has implications behind it? I mean, sure, maybe it is that, but Ben isn't of a color that they would be upset with, so I feel like the use of K is a bit weird. I'm gonna chalk that up to being a translation that was weird by AI, question mark, because Ben has been known to use AI because he used so much AI in the last video that, again, I feel like it's dangerous that he uses so much AI because that can probably be used against him in court. I'm saying that all of this information that he has and all this evidence that he has is just AI generated, deep fakes and whatnot. So again, I feel like he has to be careful with that.
Huge clan that takes care of each other.
And instead of trying to get rid of the few bad people who are making Mormonism look bad, they're for some reason choosing to protect these criminals. But eventually, I got released from jail.
Out of jail now?
And this is when it really hit me that the justice system has decided to protect these criminals. So now, there's really only one way I can think of to get this family the money back that got stolen from them.
Wait, did he? Well, he got the thing to Brandon, no? But what about Josh? Unless they haven't done either, though. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna break into his house, right? Because it feels like he's gonna break into the house, but I don't think he is.
Which is a GoFundMe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is a pretty anticlimactic ending, but at least I'm confident that I'm not going to get in trouble for this. Now that our GoFundMe is live, it's time to promote it, to start getting donations. We printed out the GoFundMe.
Well, I mean, we already heard that Bam is trying to take down his patrons, so, I mean, you still could get in trouble, right? They're still going to try to get rid of you. Granted, again, the patron CEO said, no, we're not going to get rid of Ben. We're on Ben's side for this. So, again, I guess patron has to have a W sometimes, right?
Me's picture to hang it up so we could get a nice Instagram video to post to social media. But before the group could even hang the picture up, the police came.
How are they so quick to do this? These guys are just on call constantly.
We're starting to GoFundMe.
Yeah.
What we're doing is we're going to get a bunch of publicity to get basically all this money back for this family.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to do the lawsuit anymore. We're just going to do this GoFundMe. We've already got it started.
It can run into some defamation stuff.
Again, the police were thinking of any technicality they could think of to protect their Mormon friend.
Look at your stalking code. See if it's that. If it's not, we're going to look at disorderly. If it's not disorderly, then we're going to look at the city ordinance.
But after going
Just looking for anything to throw them under.
through every law they could think of, it turns out that hanging this sign on a fence and then taking a picture of it for Instagram is not illegal. In fact, what the group is doing is actually protected under the First Amendment, freedom of speech. So one of the police officers let the group know that they were okay to keep doing this.
Right now, I don't think you guys are going to come up.
But this other police officer wasn't able to accept this reality.
Why? Was he just going to cut it down himself? I mean, they already took the picture, right? So I feel like he is allowed to do this, minus the fact if this is anti-First Amendment. So this cop might get arrested. I mean, we got all the camera footage for this stuff, so...
We're going to take it down.
And then for the rest of this footage, the police redacted all of the audio. So I called up the police station to find out why.
All the redactions are done pursuant to the Utah State Code. We don't redact things just because we feel like it or, you know, just because something looks funny. Everything is redacted pursuant to Utah State Code. And other than that, I can't really delve into any more detail.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, why are we not... Call the FBI. Even though the FBI didn't help with Karen Reed's case, right? The FBI was in on it too. At least the FBI's that they had got on the case, and they were all against Karen Reed, minus maybe the FBI that showed up to try to investigate the FBI who was against Karen Reed. I don't know if anything's going to come out of that investigation. Maybe they're still investigating what happened to her boyfriend or not. We don't know, because that's just how that stuff goes, right? We won't know until some sort of thing happens in the court.
But the police made a mistake. They accidentally forgot to mute this police officer's audio, so when you sync the two clips together, I can actually hear what they're saying here.
He sees it or give back? Is it an official crime? Is it disorderly conduct? Why? Is he upset about it? I mean, I guess, but that's not...
Yeah, this police officer is right. Just because this might make Josh upset does not make this poster illegal. So I decided to let the police department know that some of the redactions they made aren't exactly what they're claiming they are. I think you guys might have accidentally forgot to redact another clip that was at the same time. And when I synced the two clips together, I was able to see what they were saying, like what the redaction was. And he was talking about how what we're doing actually isn't illegal and how the police officer might be wrong. And so it wasn't about protecting a victim. It wasn't any personal information. And so I was wondering, it seems like there might be a lot of stuff like that got redacted, maybe to protect the police officers, not to protect the victims, if that makes sense.
Did you just hang up?
And so...
Yeah, we
Okay, no. I was like, I heard like the beep beep sound. Maybe that was just him getting another call. I don't know. I was like, what, did she just hang up on him?
The police officer might be wrong. And so it wasn't about protecting a victim. It wasn't any personal information. And so I was wondering, it seems like there might be a lot of stuff like that got redacted, maybe to protect the police officers, not to protect the victims, if that makes sense. And so...
Yeah, we don't do that. So like I said, anything that's redacted is pursuant to Utah State Code.
I can tell because when I sync the two clips together, I'm actually able to see that that's what the redaction was.
Okay, well, that didn't happen.
That definitely didn't happen?
No, I don't do that, Ben. I follow the Utah State Code, like I just...
I follow the Utah State Code? You personally?
Okay, well... I don't know. It seems like the police department redacted this entire conversation because right here the police are actually admitting to themselves that none of this is illegal, but they're still going to try to arrest us anyways. It seems like the only reason they're getting rid of this audio is to protect the police officers from getting fired. I don't know what the police officers are saying in this next clip, but I'm pretty sure they're scheming up a way to get the group arrested because this is what happens next.
And Lieutenant Adam, think you correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to seize your phone right now. Don't.
The heck?
Do not do that. You understand?
Do not do what?
Right now you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay, put your hands behind your back.
I was just locking my phone.
Okay, I'm going to switch over to the police officer's body cam POV so we can dissect what just happened. First, the police officer asks if he can confiscate Sheldon's phone, so Sheldon says, okay, and reaches in his pocket to give it to him. But at this point, Sheldon sees that his phone is unlocked. And at this moment, he decided that before giving it to the police officer, he was going to lock his phone, which is totally legal. There's no search warrant, so Sheldon is legally allowed to lock his phone. But as the police officer saw Sheldon's thumb moving towards that lock button, he snatched it out of his hands. And now the police officer's claiming that because he tried to lock his phone, he's destroying evidence.
Silence.
Yeah, I was giving it to you.
Talking.
I was
Stop
giving
talking,
it to you.
Okay.
It's on my money. Look, it's on my wallet. I was turning it off.
Right now, this phone is being seized as part of this investigation, and you're being arrested. Okay, let's put him in the back of the car.
And again, the police decided to break the law, arrest Sheldon, all to protect an evil criminal.
Everyone's just gonna get arrested. And also, where's the part at the thumbnail and where did we get to that point at? They've already been arrested multiple times, right? Him, he's been arrested. I don't know if the other kid that was with him was arrested. I think it was just him, right, by himself. This guy's gotten arrested. They tried to make a big scene out of nothing. I feel like we need I don't know about the cops in Oregon, but the cops in Utah need to be cleaned out, right? After this, of course, we could be seeing this being fed to us in bad faith, Bam is trying to make it out to be, right? Bam is trying to say that all of what Ben is saying is basically this bad faith out of context nonsense, right? Which could be the case, but if not, a lot of these Oregon guys need to be put out of a job.
Okay. My name's Detective Nikosha. I work for the police department.
I did willingly hand over my phone, but when I handed him my phone, my wallet popped up. So I said, hold up, let me hit my power button. And I had it recorded as well. That's all I went and did. That's not obstruction of evidence. And then I let him have the phone. I wasn't trying to delete anything. In fact, it is actually impossible to delete something from an iPhone from a locked screen by hitting the power button. So in no context could I have been trying to erase something by hitting one button on my phone. Now I'm sure you have a phone as well. When you hit the power button, that doesn't delete anything, does it?
I imagine it wouldn't, yeah.
Yes, that's all I did. So I don't know how that's obstruction of evidence, but that is what it is.
Now that Sheldon is in jail just for promoting our GoFundMe, we started doubting if we'll ever even be able to get Brian his money back for his dad's Lego collection. It's crazy that out of all the powerful organizations I've gone up against, the one company I'm not able to beat is a Lego company.
Yeah, because doesn't it seem like all his videos are about cults and stuff? One of his videos said he's infiltrated YouTube. I don't know if that's what that was about. Again, I feel like if the cops are against you and are crooked, isn't the next thing to do is to try to get the FBI on it? But is that too difficult, or as a civilian you're not allowed to get in touch with the FBI? Yeah, no, the FBI is the one who's supposed to be taking care of this. I don't know why their immediate thought isn't to be like, hey, FBI, we got cop issues whenever they're dealing with cops. Unless they don't think they have enough evidence or think that the cops are doing anything too bad, right? It's not that crazy. I know they haven't beaten anybody up for no reason. Maybe if they did that, then they'd have a case there, right? You could argue this is just light misconduct. It isn't crazy abuse, right? I don't know, stealing and doing narcotics or trafficking women, beating and killing people. I don't know.
I literally couldn't have imagined a worse ending for this video, but I had no clue that it was about to get way worse.
They're really doing a SWAT mission into their house. Is this where they're living right now?
Police department, make yourself known. Search warrant. Stand up. Step outside. Come on.
Search warrant for what, by the way? And if they... Hold on. The thumbnail is a thumbnail with a bunch of Legos, right? Is it not? You can't tell me they are going to plant Legos as evidence of him having stolen the Legos and is blaming it on them. You cannot in a million years. I knew they were going to get raided or whatever from the thumbnail and him talking about it, right, in the beginning and the end of the last video, but you can't tell me, because they have a search warrant. What are you searching for? Or what are they going to plant? Because that's all I'm thinking is okay, you're going to plant something? If they do plant something, FBI? Hello? FBI open up? on these police, please? Because again, I cannot imagine what in God's name are they going to think they find in this house, other than the thumbnail and a bunch of Legos behind them. Like, unless it's AI again, which Ben, again, stop using AI. You're only giving them ways out. I swear to God, if they find Legos in this house and try to pin it on him stealing them, it is ridiculous. They better have a bunch of cameras like running and set up in this building. Otherwise, they're screwed.
No. Don't move like that. You understand me? Don't move like that.
What is that on the ground? Is that a cat? Just chilling?
So far back, it dislocated my shoulder. He claims it's because I was attempting to make an escape or something.
Don't move like that. You understand me? Don't move like that. Don't move quick. Everybody just chill.
But if we go back a little bit, you can see I was being completely still when he grabbed me, and I actually made 0 quick movements. So this police officer is just straight up lying, so he can give me a serious injury.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
Yes. The police department got an official warrant to search our house for stolen Legos.
Okay, so
I should have seen this coming. Josh did threaten me in the last video that if I go out and actually try to sue him, he's gonna come out and say that I'm the one that stole the Legos. Okay, let's do it.
Fuck you, man. You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang.
Okay?
Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit just to give you guys some context, but I actually got a copy of this warrant. The reason they were searching our house was, it says, there is now certain property or evidence described as any stolen merchandise, specifically Lego merchandise. It's evidence of illegal conduct on us that we stole the Legos. They're looking that we stole the Legos is why they stormed our house with no evidence. And this is after he's been proven to make up stories about us before. And so...
Because this is why I think he's like big in big legal trouble with Utah, right? Because they're in Utah right now, right? So this is it. Them trying to shift the blame to Ben, who's just some random dude, right?
Now he's just...
Also, they did like pull his camera down, so if they did find, if they did plant the Legos in the house, then there's no evidence of them having done that, right? So now they can just get away with framing him for stealing quote-unquote Legos.
No evidence. And this is after he's been proven to make up stories about us before. And so now he's just pulling something out of his butt. Oh, they're the ones that stole the Legos. And for whatever reason, the police take him seriously, even though he's acting like a crazy person. Anyways, the cops...
Ben is also kind of acting kind of crazy too, right? Like your name is Reckless Ben. You're doing like reckless things. Potentially a lot of legally gray things. A lot of stalkering level things. Like a lot of stuff that Ben does for this sake is kind of crazy, right? So it's on both ends, but we're still supposed to be on Ben's side, right? Because this is getting out of hand. It was like not all fun and games in the last video, but this is potentially like full actual police favoritism, misconduct, favoritism and misconduct, I guess to say. So again, where is the FBI?
Probably felt pretty stupid when they searched our entire house and didn't find any stolen Legos. Again, the police illegally redacted this conversation to avoid them looking stupid, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were talking about. But instead of doing what any rational police officer would do and let us go, they're sticking to their story that we're the thieves.
Is he like trembling a little bit when trying to get those handcuffs on? Also, why is she here if this is just a new friend, right? I guess she's a court person, but not a new friend, but she's supposed to be the court giver. Paper outer. I don't know what the heck I just said. Paper giver outer? Like, what is that? Like, she's hanging out with him now? What is that black square? This chubby cat?
Yes.
Yeah, again, isn't this woman like literally someone who is part of the court system? No? Question mark? I'm confused. Isn't she part of the court systems? Like, so for them to come after someone who's part of the court seems kind of crazy, no? Unless I'm confusing what her job actually is, or if she's just like a random person.
Now the entire group, we are all on our way to jail. Except for me. I got taken to an interrogation room so they could find some reason to lock me up for good.
Then I'm Detective Nikosha.
Last time, I was able to get released on bail. But this time, they're requesting that I be held in jail a month until my court date. But there's honestly nothing for me to hide, so I went through the entire story with them to show the detective that this whole thing is just a big misunderstanding.
If you think about it, 83-year-old man versus $400 million company, even though the $400 million company's in the wrong, they're gonna win, you know? I wish we could just send them an email, like, show up to court this day. That would be so easy for us, but this is how the law works. Like, that's not my fault. Like, I don't make the law. If I made the law, send them an email, and they're like, he doesn't want your papers, you just have to figure out civilly. I'm like, this is the civil method, you know? Like, to do it civilly, you have to serve. They're like, well, then just sue them then. I'm like, that's what we're doing. Like, do you see how this is a circle? I am very interested on Josh's side of the story because I think he said it might have been heroin in the car or something, and they did like a 3-hour search on our car. Obviously no heroin, so I don't know what Josh is telling them to that we're doing, but suing him is not working for us. So let's do a GoFundMe.
But right after I mentioned this GoFundMe, the investigator wanted to leave the room.
Hang tight here, and then I'll be back with you, okay?
Okay.
Hey, what's that sound? Did it get buzzed to come out?
Okay.
Something about me mentioning this GoFundMe really caught his attention.
All right. Good. Well, I'd just like to know more about this, like, GoFundMe. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, we were just trying to get, so basically what ended up happening is Ben got arrested, which we were pretty blown away he got arrested, but I'm like, all right, I'll take over now. Like, I don't want you to get in any more trouble. And he's like, yeah, I can't get in any more trouble. Like if you take over, like that's, you know, that was my decision. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. What other questions do you, like, I guess have? Because there's not really, I guess, much else to say in the situation, to be honest. That's just the whole thing that just happened. I mean, I'm honestly, like, kind of shocked to be arrested at this point, for that. Yeah, this is definitely a very strange thing to be getting interrogated about, especially considering from my angle and the evidence I've seen, the overwhelming evidence that they just blatantly stole from this guy. It's like us trying to then do a GoFundMe to get him his money back, and I'm the one, you know, getting put in cuffs. It's crazy.
I guess the detective didn't get what he was looking for, so he decided to interview the rest of the group.
Sounded like a great project to me.
Again, like, what is he looking for? Is a detective in on it too? Like, the detective has to, I don't know, follow the rules more closely maybe than the police. Also, why do they have plungers? Like, out in the open, like here, is what I'm saying. This is someone's desk. No? Why is there 2 plungers here? Like a regular plunger than the other one that's like, I don't know, better suction or whatever. Like, why do we have 2 plungers out? Just not off somewhere where they belong, in a bathroom or in a closet or something, like a janitor's closet is what I mean by that. Why do we just got plungers out? Y'all just have disgusting plungers. I'm going to say that in bad faith, right? We don't know if they're disgusting. Disgusting, filthy, biohazardous plungers out in regular open space. Police of Utah, hello? Why you just got these hanging out right now instead of next to your toilet? I'm guessing that it's, if we're going to, like, think about it rationally, like, maybe because these are all jail cells, and if something happens to the, I wanted to say commode, the toilet, if something happens to the toilet in these jail cells, they have to quickly get the plunger out. Like, has it happened enough times that they needed plunger at the desk? Here, like, again, I know we're going on this rant about the plungers. It's just, like, weird to see plungers in the middle of nowhere where they don't belong.
Detective didn't get what he was looking for, so he decided to interview the rest of the group.
Sounded like a great project to me. I was like, okay, like, it's for a good cause. How are you doing?
And for some reason, he was trying to get all of them to admit that the GoFundMe was my idea.
Hello. Obviously, Ben was behind the GoFundMe idea as well, right?
I don't know whose idea that was, because I kind of just started, I think they...
But he was supportive of it as his channel, right? He said, oh yeah, let's do this for the channel. From my understanding. Was that kind of your ideas to do this video with the GoFundMe and all that?
But I wasn't afraid to admit that I actually made the GoFundMe for Brian, because a GoFundMe is a safe, legal way to raise money for a family if they got all their stuff stolen. I should be risking nothing by admitting this.
Basically, the police told me, do not take this man to court, or else you'll get arrested. And so I was like, just thinking, and we're like, let's do a GoFundMe, you know? And that was their solution.
But I was wrong.
We're going to book you back into the jail. Okay? The creation of the GoFundMe, right? We're blasting this person all over saying, hey, he's...
So creating the GoFundMe was illegal?
When I asked the detective how creating a GoFundMe was probable cause to send me to jail, this was his response.
A lot of this stuff you may have to just get an attorney and fight it in the criminal side of court, right?
Okay, should I
Yep.
go back?
Yeah, go ahead and stand up. I got an officer right here that's gonna, he has cuffs for you.
Will I also be able to hear Josh's side of the story? Because I think he's said a lot of lies to you guys.
It'll be, and I never talked to Josh, but it'll be documented in the report as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
But the detective was lying. The police have illegally redacted every single claim Josh has made about me, and when I finally go to court, I'm going to be completely blind to what I'm even being charged for.
When he goes to court, so I don't feel like he doesn't, because I feel like this is 2026, so whatever's going to come out of this hasn't happened yet, which is the kind of issue. Like, he spent years, it seems, doing this since 2019, trying to get these Legos back, but now we're just finally getting to this point, right? And this means we're not going to see the end of this for potentially several years. Unfortunately, this video is almost over too, right? We got 5 minutes left.
The worst part is that the police officers took away my bail, so now I have to wait a month in jail.
Okay, what's going on with this? I feel like you shouldn't be doing creepy stuff like this.
However, I ended up getting extremely lucky. When a judge ended up reviewing this arrest, they thought the whole thing was so stupid and ended up releasing me on bail. So now...
Okay, so a judge that isn't in on the Mormon stuff, on this Mormon cults, has it just revolved all the way back around to being a cults thing? Question mark, because that's what he does, right? He infiltrates cults and takes them down, or at least exposes them. Has this somehow just turned into corpo bad, into cults, controls, a whole lot of nonsense? And now he has to take down this cult, but it seems like this cult's going to win, though, right?
At least I'm a free man until my court case.
Let's go, man.
How long was he in jail, though?
The illegal act that I committed was mentioning that Josh stole the Legos in our GoFundMe. So if you say who the thief is, then that is illegal for us to do that. Now, I just have to wait for court. And honestly, I'm not excited. My entire life, I was taught if you steal from people, you get in trouble. And if you help people, you get rewarded. But I guess I was just taught a lie. By me trying to help and do the right thing, all I did was just screw everything up and get all of my friends in trouble. I couldn't fix anything, and now with all the charges I got in this video, I'm looking at least 5 years in jail. But I finally accept my fate. I failed, and now it's time to go home. But before I made it home, one of my roommates called me saying that a police officer just showed up to our house.
So they ring the doorbell, and it's like, is Mr. Snyder here?
What's a police officer in not Los Angeles, I think, is he in Los Angeles? A police officer in California came looking for him.
Like, why? I was like, can I deliver a message for you? He's like, how could you deliver a message? He said it just like that. He was like, just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest. Like, he thought he was in an action movie type walk off, and that was his like end speed line.
If I had to guess, I'd say that Bricks and Minifigs has seen that I am a free man, and they can't have me actively working on my lawsuit against them, and considering how many lies Bricks and Minifigs has made about me in this video.
Fuck you, man. You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
American Park Police Department, make yourself known.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
I can only imagine of what I'm being accused of doing now, so immediately I called the Utah Police Department to see what my warrant was for. Someone showed up at my house today saying that there was a warrant out for my arrest.
If that warrant says no bail, those are the ones that are more serious.
The only thing the police department could tell me is that I do have a warrant, but this time the judge approved it that I will have no bail. And I'm now a physical threat to Josh, the person the police are protecting. So basically, at any moment now, I could be arrested without bail for some mystery crime.
Like, what is going on? Again, FBI open up. Like, this is just getting out of hand. Because I was like, again, the first video was like, you know, hee hee ha ha. This kid's kind of crazy. I mean, keep saying kid, right? He's like almost as old as me. He's in his 30s. and he just looks really young. Like Napoleon Dynamite. The first video is like hee hee ha ha. He's kind of crazy. He's doing too much. This video is like he is really doing too much, but then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, now the cops are really doing too much. The justice system is doing too much. Like, what is going on with this? Like, now I'm just like super confused. He's obviously not in jail right now because he's making videos and posting them, but someone might be doing that for him, because the video was posted 2 days ago. I mean, it was already on his Patreon even before this, but this video went up May 30th, right?
There really is only one thing that I can do now.
Well, I'm in Mexico now, and the American police have no authority here. What's going on? What the heck is that thing?
Isn't this just... I don't think you're allowed to do this, no? Won't they just tell the Mexican police, be like, hey, there's a fugitive over there, we need him, and they'll arrest you and deport you?
Do you get letters on that?
But at this moment, I realized what I had to do. Bricks and Minifigs thinks they can just bully anyone who tries to stop them in committing their crimes. And what's the only way to stop a bully? To stand up to them.
If me posting this picture online once got the city this upset where they had to arrest me, just think about how upset they'd be if thousands of people started wearing it.
Which is why the picture that got me arrested, I'm putting that picture on a shirt.
And you can buy this merch at WeStealFromOldPeople.com. So go.
Again, except for the fact that it's AI generated, and there's possibly some legal issues with that.
And yeah, all of the law enforcement that's protecting Bricks and Minifigs is gonna be pissed. But there's nothing they can do, because I'm in Mexico.
Unless, again, I feel like there is something they can do. They can have the Mexican police grab you, snatch you, and deport you to America, and then they can snatch you in America.
Part 3 is now live on my Patreon at patreon.com/RecklessBen.
Okay.
Patreon, you'll find tons of behind-the-scenes content, plus the movie I made that all the streaming services rejected once they saw how gnarly it was. And all of the money I make goes directly towards trying to fight Bricks and Minifigs so they stop doing bad things to people. Also, make sure to donate to the GoFundMe we set up for Brian. I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to promote this. I mean, I got arrested just for creating this thing, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Everyone donate to this GoFundMe. I'm in Mexico now. The police can't do anything to me here.
He keeps saying, but I don't think that is true. They can probably definitely do something to him there, right? So this was 3-4 days ago that he posted this this video, and apparently there's a part 3. So I don't know how long it took for part 2 to come out after part 3. Let me see, after part 1. It was about 9 or so days from them, so I'm guessing in, let's say 7, 6, I don't know, between 5 and 7 days, part 3 will be on YouTube, ? But again, I feel like this is happening right now, thus we're not going to get a resolution for this for years. So yeah, this just got out of hand. Again, I feel like this is just Karen Reed times, Karen Reed times 2. Karen Reed 2.0 minus the murder is probably what I'm going to add as like a prefix on the title of this video, because I don't know what else to call it other than that, right? It's all the cops are in cahoots with each other. They're in cahoots with Big Corpo, and they're just trying to delete this man. And I don't know what they're trying to do, like a warrant, like really? And again, he's evading arrest, no? Isn't that like super illegal, like going to Mexico? I don't know why he admitted to that. ? Again, reckless Ben, but this is recklessness. It's a funny way to say it. There's recklessness that you'd only see in the Bible, right? What that Bible preaches to you about? ? That joke. Because again, this is some biblical levels of recklessness. ? We are entering into Icarus levels of recklessness, and I feel like BAM and the Utah Police Department is just going to win. The Utah Justice Department is going to win strictly because of how, again, biblically reckless Ben is, right? He's going to have to change his last name to Icarus at this point, because it is getting too far, and I think he at this point he doesn't know what to do because Big Corpo plus the justice system isn't on his side, isn't on like this person's side. They're on Big Corpo's side / their own side, and there's not really much you can do, except with the case with Karen Reed. She did somehow pull through with the lawyers. Like the lawyers were able to get her out of that horrible situation. But I don't know if Ben can get out of this, and unless this is all fake, right? This could just be his movie because he keeps promoting his movie. What if that movie is just this Bricks and Minifigs thing? What if Bricks and Minifigs isn't even a real company, right? He just made it up for these series of videos, and at the end, like video 3, 4, 5, whatever, it's like M. Night Shyamalan twist of, I made all this up. None of this actually happened. This is all just like a ARG film experiments or something. That would be best case scenario at this point, I feel like. Again, so yeah, best case scenario, this is just some sort of ARG. Because if it's not, then I don't think Ben gets out of this without, getting his life ruined. I think he's in too deep now. And it's basically all over, right? And not necessarily that Big Corpo / Utah justice system won, just that he's going to lose. Even if they lose somehow, magically, despite all the huge amount of money that they have, Ben still loses, I think, in the end. He's also in Mexico now, so he could just die, right? They could just send, like Bam could just send some assassins to come kill him. No? Question mark? It's not like he's in America anymore, right? So they could just be like, yeah, just hire some assassins, go kill Ben, and then that's good, right? So hopefully all this online noise about this gets some sort of traction for the world to be like, hey, screw y'all guys. But I feel like even then that's bad, because if all of a sudden everyone realizes like, hey, Bam is evil, question mark, then they're going to boycott it, potentially. The parents will, or I guess adult Lego havers and makers will boycott Bam, which again, I've never heard of Bam until this video series. So as far as I know, Bam doesn't exist. And they can incite that as damages that Ben has caused their company via defamation or something, and then all of a sudden Ben is in $1 billion debt to Bam. Bam wins, he goes to jail, maybe he gets killed somehow, miraculously, right? Miraculously is not a word you want to say. Mysteriously, for unknown reasons, gets killed. How would they get their $1 billion, right? But this is how I see this ending, right? He ends up owing them $1 billion+ and the rest of his life is ruined for trying to go up against Big Corpo, question mark, / this Mormon cult. Like, I don't have anything against Mormons. I don't know anything about them other than the joke. No, that's Jehovah's Witnesses, right? That go to door. Maybe the Mormons do too. Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses going up to your door trying to get you in on their religion, right? That's the only thing I know about them. Is like people hate them going to door. No? Like that's the only thing I know about them. That's the only negative thing I know about them. I don't know anything else. I mean, that's not that bad. So when I call them a Mormon cult, I'm not saying like Mormons themselves. I don't know if there's anything wrong with Mormons or they're perfectly fine. I have no clue. It's just this specific sect, question mark, of them feels culty, right? If they're all, having each other's back, they're not abiding the law, they're using the law to their advantage. So it's just like you just join this Mormon community and all of a sudden you have immunity to any sort of nonsense. Also, you probably get a lot of money, because if you didn't see, Brandon has a nice house, nice big house with all the money that he's made, I'm guessing, being potentially evil. And that's not to say like Mormons are evil. It's just these people who are doing this are evil. Again, I don't know anything about Mormons. It could be the best religion on the planet. I don't know. And all the people who are normal Mormons are, again, also angelic. Who knows? This could be like some sort of weird Mormon cult in Utah. That is just oof. I don't know what else to say about this video other than like I am looking forward to part 3 and I'm hoping that everything goes fine, but I think he bit off more than he can chew because allegedly all his other videos he's been fighting against cults, and you're like, oh, cults, that must be way crazier than fighting Big Corporal, right? Because you'd expect cults doing crazy stuff, drugs, sacrifices, killing people and whatnot. And here it's just like, no, there's just law. The justice system itself is worse than going against like crazy psycho murderers, apparently. Question mark, right? Because they can ruin your life probably worse than any cult can do. Though, again, there might actually be some crazy Mormon cults behind this story as well. So I think we're just going around in circles now, so we can just go ahead and now again, I can only wait for part 3 to hit YouTube. But yeah, Kyuuties, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers, think about becoming a member, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we're working on watch time and subscribers. And don't forget we have a throne now as well. And shout out to the members, EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and alexgkiller 880. Yeah, Kyuuties, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode. Like, subscribe, hype, and comments. Know the deal. See ya.